think we might be good. All right, let's bring this in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined with my brother from another mother, brother couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world. Co-host, my brother Santana. Say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? Appreciate y'all for tuning in on our show tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all here with us tonight, and we always appreciate that love. As always, we got a jam-packed show for y'all, so we just gonna get right to it.
Man, oh man. It's been one of them days, man. It's just been a long day, crazy day. But yo, we getting through it and we here to show you that love and that energy. First and foremost, we coming up on a 1 year anniversary for the show. So that's also big. We also went over the 100th episode. So we syndicated, which is also big, y'all. Thank y'all for supporting the show. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers for the channel, so make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hit that all notification bell. We don't say that enough on the show. We just be rocking out, so we want to get that out the way. Y'all already know first segment of the night, popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records, where you could, where the label model is create, document, and inspire. Go on the Instagram right now, at OUV Records, and stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. So make sure you guys tap in. All right, first question of the night. Remember, these are the world questions. These are not my questions or our questions. So stick to the answers in the questions, y'all. All right, first question of the night. Best hip hop album from 2021. No, I'm sorry, 2001. Sorry. Best hip hop album from 2001 on this list. All right. Number one, Ja Rule, Pain is Love. Number two, Tupac, To the End of Time. Number three, Ghostface Killer, Bulletproof Wallets. Number four, Mystical, Tarantula. And y'all, don't forget to put the answers in the chat. Stay engaged in the chat. You already know. Hit that chitty chitty chat. You know, we love the engagement.
I'm probably gonna have to go with Ja Rule. Ja Rule had a bunch of hits around that time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when he was around, uh, in the forefront of rap at that time, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ja Rule on that list.
Okay. Any songs from that album stick out to you?
Um, I think that's the one with like a bunch of songs with Ashanti on there and some
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
features
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head right now, no.
Okay. Pain is Love. Just so we can get a good synopsis. So we're talking about Living It Up with Case, featuring Case, Always on Time with Ashanti, Big Tune. Uh,
That's what I'm saying. It was just I just knew Ja Rule was just on fire around that
yeah,
like
yeah,
freshman year of high school. So it was just mad Ja Rule bumping on the, you know what I'm saying, in
yeah,
the high school dances. So
yeah, yeah. That's why I had to read the list because I remember that time, like that's high school time. Like you had the song "Down Ass Bitch" featuring Charlie Baltimore. What's another big tune?
the joint with Case was big.
Yeah, yeah. That's the Living It Up joint. That's the Living It Up joint. So Much Pain featuring Tupac. That was a big tune on that one. So I ain't gonna hold you. This right here, Never Again was fire. Always on Time. We already said that. What's another big one on this album? Uh, Worldwide Gangster was I. Worldwide Gangster was I. Worldwide Gangster was I. So This was a big album. Definitely that's definitely high school. That's bringing me back memories on that bus, on that train, either or. You know what I'm saying? Got my CD player. You know what I'm saying? Cost me 400 like Martin. You know what I'm saying? My digital, what he called that on my digital CD player. You know what I'm saying? So um that Ja Rule Pain is Love. I remember my boy used to bump that all the time, but I'm not gonna hold you. This was probably the best song, the best album on this list. But at that time, I'm not gonna hold you. The album I was bumping the most at this time was Mystical Tarantula. That's kind of crazy for a Brooklyn dude to be saying that, but I just remember that time. And Mystical was also on fire. He was on 106 in Park every day. That album itself had mad like hits on that album too. I'm gonna look it up just real quick. That album has so many hits. This was a good year for music. Now that I think about it, um,
You know, probably Danger could have been probably on that album. Maybe you talking about?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
what other song? There was another. He has like two popular songs. I remember Danger was one. There was another one. I can't remember what it was.
what Danger was on the album before. It
Oh,
was on before.
okay.
But you got Bouncing Back. You remember that joint Bouncing Back?
I ain't really bumped Mystical like that too tough.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, they had the joint Bouncing Back, which was a big one. Um, the song Settle the Score was a big one. Oh Yeah was a big one. All right was kind of I. Big Truck Driver, I remember that song. So that album itself, I ain't gonna hold you, especially Bouncing Back had my vibe rocking. It had like a little go southern, Louisianan type of vibe. Mind you, go go is a DC thing, but it had that go go feel, and Mystical did what he did to us. So I ain't gonna hold you. I was bumping that song a lot. Ja Rule, Pain is Love is probably the best on that album. Best album on this list as well. But I'm gonna go with Mystical mainly because I just remember being in high school bumping that crazy that year. My brother went with Ja Rule, Pain is Love. The rest of the world, like 41%, went with Pain is Love. What do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, like I said, it was during high school time, so it was just a lot of. I just remember how Ja Rule was bumping heavy everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Radio, high school parties, just Ja Rule everywhere. So I'm not even mad at that choice right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yo, Ja Rule has some big tunes. I know 50 came and kind of he kind of changed the outlook on how people looked at Ja Rule at that time. Because before the whole 50 Cent and Ja Rule situation, we viewed Ja Rule as like street lover, hood type of vibe because he was singing on the records and he was killing it. It wasn't like I don't think even people like said, "Oh, he's singing on records." Like, nah, this joint sound fire. It wasn't even like a big deal that Ja Rule was singing on records. All we knew that these records was hot and they was fire. That's all we cared about.
I mean,
So,
I didn't really hear no old like people older than us or my cousins older than us or their age group say anything about Ja until 50 came out. Then we realized, oh shit, we wasn't supposed to fuck with Ja. I was like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Because the shit just switched. You know what I'm saying? 2003, 2004, niggas was bumping Ja.
yeah,
98, 99, 2000, 2001. I want to say cusp of 2002, but '03, nah, it was over with after
it
that.
was a
It was just a different switch. It just
yeah.
was like, all right, we fucking with 50 now. Everything G unit now. You know what I'm saying? It just happened like that. But before, oh yeah, Ja Rule was bumping heavy in that Pain and Love album for sure. I remember that heavy in the party scene for sure.
He definitely had the industry in the chokehold from a music side, and he was holding his own with other big time rappers. That what I'm saying. Like he really held his own and made his way through. So flowers to Ja Rule, man. But after that 03 50, man, he just he just made people feel like everything Ja Rule did before it was just wrong, and like our ears was wrong. Like, nah, this was a dope record. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that whole energy did switch. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion question. Again, stick to the answers in the questions. These are not our questions, these are the world questions. So stick to the script. All right, second question. Favorite Tom Hanks movie on this list? Favorite Tom Hanks movie on this list? Number one, Castaway. Number two, Angels and Demons. Number three, Forrest Gump. Number four, A Leader They Own. Well, he was close on that, but it's on there.
Damn, they missed one. I was hoping they said another movie on there. I would have picked that one for sure. But
Big pause.
hmm?
What big?
Nah, Road to Perdition.
Oh, okay, okay. That was a tough movie. That
Yeah,
was
I would have picked that one off bat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah.
well, you said what was it? League of Their Own,
Okay,
Castaway.
yeah.
What's the
An-
other two?
Angels and Demons, and
Angels and Demons.
and Castaway, and
No,
for
Forrest Gump. I'm going with Forrest Gump.
go. Why you go with Forrest Gump?
On that list, oh yeah, the Forrest Gump is a classic. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a classic movie and stuff. Like, I mean, he did a fantastic job as an actor portraying the role that he did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's a classic movie. So I'm going with Forrest Gump on
yeah,
this list.
yeah.
Had Road to Perdition been on that list, I would have went with that one.
It would have been a wrap.
It would have been over. No, hands down. That's my favorite Tom Hanks movie for sure. But on this list is Forrest Gump.
All right. So I'm like you, bro. I'm like you. I got a favorite Tom Hanks movie, but it's not on this list. But again, we stick it to the answers, or to the list, because if I just said any one of them, it would have been Turner and Hooch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're familiar with Turner and Hooch, where he found a dog when he went on the
He's like
bus.
a cop or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the Hooch was just tearing the house apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he trying to be top cop. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably my favorite Tom Hanks movie. But on this,
He's trying to bust a Fouché. You know
yo,
what I'm saying? You try to get the top, you know what I'm saying? The top echelon of drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? He don't want the bottom tier. Nah.
nah,
Only top tier for him. You know what I'm saying?
yo, he wasn't having it. He's like, yo, I gotta go get it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go get it. All at the ice plant. We gotta go get this man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, go sniff him out. You know what I'm saying?
And that now he got his little dog Hooch. Now you know it's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't need no backup. Hooch is the backup. You know what I'm saying? Big dog. You know what I'm saying? But again, damn, Tom Hanks got some dope ass movies. All right, so on this list, I'm gonna have to go with A Leader Their Own, bro. Even though he's co-star, I had like Gina Davis killed the movie, right? She did her thing. I ain't gonna hold you. Gina Davis did her thing. Her finger was hot in the late '80s, early '90s in the movies that she had in all her roles, right? But in Leader They Own, Tom Hanks' character kicked the movie up to another notch where I didn't even realize until the end of the movie that it was none of us in the movie. No melanin in the movie at all. None. That's how good his role and John Lovett's role in that is crazy too. John Lovitz was killing shorties all movie where he was like, oh, like chicks was so ugly to him, like the way he would play it off. He was like, yo, you a baseball player or a rat catcher? Like, he was just killing chicks with the jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, you catch the ball with your head or your face. Like, John Lovitz was killing them, but Tom Hanks, yo, he has one of the illest quotables ever from that movie. There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. Like, what are you doing? Like, the lady crying, they playing a baseball game. Like, there ain't no crying in baseball. Like, I'm gonna bark at you when you mess up, but there ain't no crying in baseball. You know what I'm saying? So his character in that movie just took it to a whole nother level, bro. Like funny at some scenes, all time hate scenes is hilarious in that movie. So I'm gonna go with a lead of their own. My brother went with Forrest Gump. Again, this is for this list. The rest of the world at 39% went with Forrest Gump. What do you think about that?
I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Forrest Gump is a classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with Forrest Gump. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a classic. But like I said, Road to Perdition was on that list, hands down. Son, best movie right there. You know, you forget that. You know what I'm saying? He is a father and a son. He's betrayed. But then he's so good at the role that you forget that the nigga's a killer too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you in
yeah,
a life of killers. This is what it's supposed to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you
yeah.
you hope and pray that him and his son get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But you live by the gun, you die by it type. You know what I'm saying? But that's why that movie's so ill. Yeah. Fire ass acting. Tom Hanks, you know what I'm saying, got some dope roles under his belt for sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact. What is your favorite scene from Forrest Gump by itself, or a scene that stands out to you in Forrest Gump?
Scene that stands out to me in Forrest Gump is the scene where they at war or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So they call, you know what I'm saying, they call the airstrike to bomb everything on where they at. So all he hears is Jenny's voice in his head to run. So Buddy just run, but then he forget his mans. Now he go grab all his mans one by one. You know what I'm saying? His last mans. And then some dude, the enemy, let one shot off, and dude is like, "Yo, they shot me in the buttocks." Yo, after yo, that shit had me dying, son. Oh my god, that scene right there had me crying, son. Yo, my man did a noble joint, and then they had to shoot him in his ass. Crazy, son. Like funny scene right there. So best scene to me. So as a kid growing up watching that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. There was one scene I was mad at Forrest in that movie where, like, I won't say a scene, but a trope in the movie that got me upset was when he just loved Jenny unconditionally, like, and I ain't gonna front, it was getting me hot because Jenny was a whole hot dot pocket out here, and I'm like, yo, Forrest, you a litty dude, brother, like, yo, keep it pushing. He like, nah, he got that love in his heart, that southern love for Jenny that just wouldn't go away, even when she, you know, got, had the little situation, and then the kid, like, was the kid even his?
Yo, growing up as an adult watching the movie, it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Jenny's life was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Adult parents that she had, you know what I'm saying? It was grimy, all that. But at the end of the day, son, you didn't have to do my man Forrest like that, son. You know what I mean? Did my man grimy.
Come on.
And as an adult, it's like y'all didn't even really like as an adult, I feel like she gave them AIDS, like or whatever she died from, because had a kid. Is my man Forrest good? Like, cause you know what I'm saying? You die under the, you know what I'm saying? He buried you under the tree.
You know what I'm saying?
So is Forrest good? Is the son good? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? They just left that part ambiguous because
Yeah,
we don't know what she had. Like,
yeah, yeah,
so I was just thinking since the 70s and the 80s and she was out there wilding, she probably done caught the Joan, you know what I'm saying? The one hitter quitter. But
and it,
they was very ambiguous in that. So I ain't really, as an adult watching it again, it's like, all right, what was it that took
yeah,
Jenny out? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, 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 yeah. And he couldn't see himself with nobody else. So it was like, yo, Forrest, G, like you done really ran miles across the world, G. You know what I'm saying? You done fought in overseas. You know what I'm saying? You done played college football for Bama and them. You know what I'm saying? Bear Bryant running touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like you done had you a litty life, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to settle down with the town smutty buddy, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you kind of lit out here, Forrest. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and that be Hollywood, son. It's like, yo, as much as I love the movie, I despise this this rhetoric, son. My man Forrest did a lot, son. He was the only shrimp boat out there after that whole hurricane, son.
Come
Come
on.
on, son. Survived the whole hurricane. Him and his no leg mans. Lieutenant Dan, son. Come on.
Come on.
To 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 be with the thotty, like, yo, why? That's like, what else a man gotta do?
You know what I'm saying? I completely forgot the fact that he became a millionaire off the strip. You know what I'm saying? Like
Off the shrimpy.
him and his man's Bubba. Know what I mean? Getting it, holding it.
Situate the Bubba family right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Handle
saying?
things the right way all the way through to just end up with the. Oh, come on, son. Like, Hollywood, don't do that to me, son.
Yeah, facts, facts, facts. You know what I'm saying? So he was a lit dude, bro. He done did a whole lot of ill stuff in his
Bro,
life.
you play for Bama and them. Yo, you was on what was the scene? Bro got a medal from one of the president, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Then he like run into one of the Black Panther Party like type dudes. Yo, he was just running into mad cats. Like every, like, you know what I'm saying? Then he growing up met Elvis or something, like Elvis rented a room, stole his swag, and then became Elvis. Like, yo, son, come on, son. How you gonna steal Jit swag, son? He had the
Yo,
little metal braces on his legs. He's like, yo, do that again. All right. Then
yeah,
all of a sudden he doing the same.
yeah,
Then
yeah,
cut buddy, no check, son.
yeah,
Cold, son.
yeah. Fact.
Morris had a ill life some from childhood, son. He was a
Come
lit
on,
dude, son.
you
But
know
then he was his downfall, son.
what I'm saying? Come on, my G. Like he deserve a top tier shorty, and like the Hollywood troll. That's the only thing that I just couldn't get jiggy about with Forrest Gump was that trope where he just had this undying love for this woman, and she didn't deserve it. It's not like she had like any real redeeming qualities throughout their whole life of knowing her. I mean, she did look out in the beginning. She gave him a couple books to read. You know what I'm saying? How to run from bullies and all that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like he could have. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know what I'm saying? She could have down.
Gave her a couple of books to read. Told him to run this shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, all right, that's what's up.
You know what I mean? Like, so he just had that undying love for her because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because every time he'll get into it, anytime he really glowing and he see her messed up, like when he seen her at the club or butt naked, all he could think about is like, yo, but damn, Shorty did put me on to little bullies, you know what I'm saying? Taught me how to run and, you know what I'm saying? Like, just giving me that
There
motivation.
wasn't like Forrest wasn't around no shorties. You like, you know what I'm saying? He had plenty of opportunity to get down with the get down, but
Come
the
on.
Hollywood trope yet again will never fail.
Yeah, facts, bro. Forrest Gump is a that movie is a classic, bro. That's a certified classic. Before we move on, Tom Hanks. Just to point out, Tom Hanks has some hella fire movies. Not just the movies that we named on this list, but he has some hella fire movies, bro. He's one of the best actors that we've had in this generation. He could do it all. He could do comedy. He could do dramatic. He could do uh, what else? Like he could do biopic. He could do it all, bro. Pulse. He really has a even scale of movies that are equally interesting. Equally, the only thing I really don't buy from Tom Hanks, even though he can pull it off a little bit, is the athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like he could pull off like, he's a lifeguard or something like that. In his heyday when he was a young dude, he could pull off the lifeguard. I couldn't never buy Tom Hanks, playing a basketball player, juking dudes on the baseline and what I'm saying, step back 3-pointer. Nah. He can't.
If you was on the same team with Teen Wolf and them, I could see him. You know what I'm saying? I could see him on that squad, you know what I'm saying? Or probably one of the opponents coming in from the other town and shit. Talking about,
me,
yo, yeah, we will annihilate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
me,
The
me
the
mugging
Beavertown Cornhuskers then came into town, you know what I'm saying?
it.
They got a big rivalry with them.
But he did pull off the athlete though, and Forrest Gump playing for Ben Bryant at Bama. You know what I'm saying? So that I can't. So I take that back. So he did pull off the athlete. All right, so I take that back. I take that back. So he could do everything. He could do everything. So shout out to Tom Hanks. He got some fire movies throughout the years, man. Shout out to Tom Hanks. All right, moving on to our next segment. Hollywood Need to Ask Us. We came up with this segment because there's a lot of trash movies in Hollywood that we didn't ask for, and we felt like we got better ideas. So, yeah, man, you want to start this one off?
All right, so Hollywood, y'all need to ask since there's a lot of stuff going on in Hollywood, y'all want to create a distraction. This I feel is a perfect distraction. I need to see a documentary about Hollywood and technology. We don't really look at Hollywood and having technology, but if you look at how Hollywood has progressed in the last century, as far as technology is concerned, it's a vast improvement, and we don't really highlight or showcase how did they do it? You know what I'm saying? What skills craftsmen did y'all hire? Like what inventors did y'all put bread in their pocket to like, yo, I need you to invent this type of lens that I could see in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because of a lot of these lenses that they started creating and putting to test on films. This is why we have anamorphic lenses now. We have lenses that could shoot in very low light. We have lenses that have different settings that they created in Hollywood for to create a movie or to create one scene. They'll craft some shit just for one scene. So I
yeah,
would love to see documentary highlighting Hollywood and their technology and their advancements in the act of showing pictures. Because at the end of the day, a video is just a moving picture. So the technology of showcasing that definitely has changed in over a century and how fast it's changed. I think we need to highlight that and shed light on how that went about. Like other companies and businesses need to study this because this is such a vast improvement. And I don't think we really look at Hollywood as being technology, having technology. But if you look at the film from the 1910s all the way to 2024,
hmm
I would beg to differ that Hollywood has a lot of technology. So
hmm
that's a documentary I would like to see.
that would be hard. That would be hard. Pause. Um, they kind of touched on it in the movie Nope with Jordan Peele, where they touched on the fact, just using different camera lens and how it developed in the movie in that particular movie know how it developed throughout the years or how we film in the filming industry, and they kind of use that to progress the story in a way. And but you're talking about something that's a little bit more, not a little bit more, but more in depth in the
But if you take that point, remember that lens that they have to go grab was something that was out of commission.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
like something from the past that they
yeah,
stopped using. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it still plays with it because it's like that was the only lens that they could. It wasn't something that they could get at the local Best Buy or
right,
or
right,
you know what I'm saying
yeah.
at BrandSmart. Nah,
What?
they had to know bro from
What?
years ago because of their connection being in the industry. That was the only way they was gonna get that pluggy.
Yeah, yeah, and it was really from their pops, and you gotta remember he created the lens. He
And
created,
that's what I'm talking about. Skilled
yeah,
craftsmen.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You don't hear about inventors that invented lenses for camera equipment. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear
yeah,
about that. You hear about the companies, yeah, Sony, Canon, but that's just an entity. There's somebody that had to be in the lab putting this shit together. What's his name? What's her
yeah,
name? You know what I'm saying? Shed light on them. How they put together, who they study from, what books they surely put them on to read. You know what I'm saying? That's where I want to know.
Yeah, that's fine. I noticed we didn't do this, but shout out to the people that's already in the building. Shout out to some of our day ones in the building. King Prince, Roman Jack, we appreciate you as always. Badge holders, make sure y'all tap into your badges. We have different access for different badges, so make sure you tap into the membership portion of the channel. Again, we appreciate y'all as always. But yeah, man, that will be fire to see that all working in unison in one movie. Me personally, I want to see a 10 series a 10 series live, well, not live, but a 10 series movie. No, 10 episode series. I don't want to wait 20 years to get this. I want to see the effect of what Coach Prime is doing at Colorado, like right now. You know what I'm saying? I want that movie to come out right now. Just him being a coach from, you got the JSU hat on when he was at JSU. The people was like, yo, he coaching, gonna coach college. I thought he was coaching little league in high school. And then when he went to go coach college, people was like, oh, that's kind of lit. And the reasons why he's going there, and then from people going to from supporting him than to hating on him for leaving to go to Colorado because he wasn't getting the support that he needed at JSU. And then when he got to Colorado, they like, oh yeah, it's all about the clicks, and yeah, they ain't playing no real football. You know what I'm saying? And now it's real quiet because he got the team at 6-2. They gonna play in the bowl game regardless. They automatic in the bowl game. He got a Heisman candidate as Travis Hunter. Shador Sanders is an outside Heisman candidate as well. So they might end up with two Heisman candidates on the same team because he's balling out of control. So I want to see a 10 series movie or 10, I keep saying movie, a 10 series TV show based on that. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody to come in and play Denzel, somebody play a son, and so on and so forth. I don't want to wait 10, 20 years to see that. I want to see that right now. I want to see,
Nah,
because before the season, everybody's like, oh yeah. Well, a lot of people wasn't supporting it, wasn't jacking it, said they want to win 2 games. And now it's like it's real quiet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to see.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, yo, Dion's impact is crazy. You just needed this turnaround year, like, you know what I'm saying? And then next year is gonna just be even crazier. Like, it's gonna be at the point like, yo, you can't even take no more kids. It's just too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah,
gonna turn away kids. Like, it's gonna be OD. So he's always been a game changer. He's always been polarizing. He's always been that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely stand behind getting it out right now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Hot,
yeah.
hot off the presses, like right now, son. Y'all could do it. So
And look how lit that would be. I mean, real talk, no matter where he's at, whether it was JSU or Colorado, everybody is going to the game. You know what I'm saying? All the people you don't see at football games, all of a sudden are football fans and pulling up to Colorado, JSU in the middle of nowhere, places that people wasn't thinking about going to is the point I'm making. And now it's lit. You go on the sideline, Kevin Durant over here, Carmelo Anthony over there with his son, and you got this actor and this music producer or rapper or singer. You got The Rock over here. You got ESPN top of the tops there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like lit, and then a lot of people saying, well, he's only going where his sons are going. I don't believe that to be true. I believe he's leading his children. And people say, well, he's going to leave when they leave. I don't see that. I don't see him leaving. The roots is too piled in. That money on is real good flowing through them hands as well. But the kids are really buying into his program. You got other kids who want to come, like this top recruit quarterback. I think his name is Juju. I can't remember his last name. It's Juju something. But the boy's supposed to be nice, and he's supposed to be a day one starter. And he's already committed to USC. He was just at the Colorado game with another USC commit who's an offensive lineman, and the offensive lineman is he's like, yo, I'm about to decommit USC and commit to prime. I'm like, I don't know what you about to do, but that's the type of time I'm on. And the quarterback like, oh, all right. I yo, let me think about it, cause yo, they giving me offers at other school. I'm gonna start day one. I just want to make sure when I come here, I'm the day one starter too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying.
If you're not nice, you know what I'm saying? You may want to go to them commits. You feel? Because there's a bunch of other kids coming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What our coach say, quarterbacks and running backs, corners, they're a dime a dozen, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. We need them big boys, pause. The D linemen, pause, the offensive linemen, pause. Those are the cats we need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Running backs, DBs, receivers, y'all easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's light work.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to sports and football in general, that's the sexy position. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the position.
Meaning that it's easily filled because a lot more kids and growing up want to do those positions.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be a lot easier to fill those positions as opposed to offensive or defensive linemen because you gotta really go get them boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The kid, he's like, cause remember, Coach Prime signed Jordan Seaton last year. He's a true freshman starting at left tackle. He's the best offensive lineman they got right now, and they've been playing all right. But he's been standing out. So now, if this other kid who's a big time offensive lineman, he was like, yo, I'm about to decommit, dog. So I don't know what you about to do, bro. He didn't say that publicly, but when he was on that trip, he was on that visit, on that official visit with both him and the quarterback, and you could see the energy, just like with Jordan Seaton. Jordan Seaton was committed to Maryland. And by the time he was leaving, it was like, so what you think? And I was like, yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean? I can see myself here, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta go home and rap what I need to rap about, talk about what I need to talk about with my peoples, and I'm gonna get back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And he committed to Colorado. This other kid was giving up that same vibe, like, yo, I can start day one. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? And I'm an offensive lineman, and like, so I don't know what you about to do, but I'm about to come over here and get it popping. So I would love to see a movie based on that in general with Coach Prime Deion Sanders at both JSU and Colorado. I think that would be dope. And the challenges that he had to go through as well. Because even from our community, they was going in on him hard, pause, when they felt like, oh, he's leaving the kids behind. But they, of course, they don't highlight the fact that he took about like 8 kids with him. And some people like, that's not a lot of kids. That's is a lot of kids to go from one school to the next. Because you gotta remember, you can't transfer everybody because of curriculum and grades. Two, everybody's not going to be is not going to have uh the extra eligibility to play the next year. So there's a lot that goes into that. So, you know what I'm saying? But shout out, and I would love to see that movie. All right, moving on to our next segment. Our must see segment, must see movie, must hear music, must see classic TV show. They said with Terry Crews. Now I don't want to see. I don't want to see Terry Crews play Coach Prime. I don't want to see Terry Crews play. I don't think he could do that. Terry Crews might be able to pull off Warren Sapp, but not Terry Crews. He might be able to pull off T.O. Well, I'll say more so T.O. because Warren Sapp is a heavier individual. So I'll say more so T.O. You know what I'm saying? I think he could play off T.O. I think he can play off T.O. But yeah, Terry Crews can't play no Deion Sanders. That's diabolical right there. You know what I'm saying? That's Cheeseburger Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Cheeseburger Eddie is only going to be able to pull off, like guys around his. You know what I'm saying?
Getting you cheeseburgers. That's what he could pull off.
You know what I'm saying? So pause. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you want to start this one off? Our must see segment.
Nah, you could go ahead.
All right, so my first must see movie came out in 1989, directed by Wes Craven. Stars Peter Berg, Mitch Paliga, Camille Cooper, Heather Langerkamp, and Michael Murphy. This movie is called Shocker. Yes, y'all. Shocker. This movie is about uh, a psychopath criminal, and he's out. Well, he's not out. He's on you know, what they call that, the death row. He's on death row, and they put him in the seat to shock him on up and to get him up out of here. And you have to watch the rest of the movie. It's a really good watch. It's a little time stamp. The technology is a little behind, but when the movie came out, the technology was fire. But it's still a good movie, and it's very entertaining, and it's a must see movie. So make sure you tap in to see Shaka. Number two, must see movie. Also came out in 1989, directed by Joe Dante. This stars Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks the legend, Bruce Dern, Corey Feldman, Rick Dunkerman, Carrie Fisher, Wendy Scott Scal, and Henry Gibson. This movie is called The Burbs. Funny movie, y'all. This is about a family in the burbs, in the suburbs, and it's basically Friday, but the the white folks version of Friday, pretty much. And this one neighbor is having little issues with several of his neighbors, and then he finds out that you have to watch the rest of the movie. It's a great watch, trust me, y'all. Funny, funny movie. It still holds up to this day. My next and final movie is called Little Monsters. It stars Fred Savage, Howie Mandel, Ben Savage, William Murphy West, Amber Barretto, and Rick Dunkerman as well. This movie is about a young kid, just basically coming of age, or pre before coming of age, I should say. And he's realizing something is coming from under his bed, like these noises coming from under his bed. And every time he'll look under the bed, you have to watch the rest of the movie. It's a fire movie, still holds up to this day. So make sure y'all tap into Little Monsters. So again, it's Little Monsters, The Burbs, and Shaka. Tap into those.
Fire movies right there. All right, so chat, y'all know how I do. I'm always having a theme for my movies. Today's episode is no different. I feel as though I might have used this theme before, so this will be a part two. So, piercing the veil, part two, blurring the lines. So each of these movies are blurring the lines either between reality in the movie, or they're blurring the lines between what we feel as though is social norms, or what are not social norms. So this movie on the list is blurring that, and another movie is just blurring a whole lot of lines. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get to it. So the first list on blurring the lines on my piercing the wall portion is The 13th Floor. So it came out in 1999. The director is Joseph Rusnak, and actors are Vincent D'Onofrio, Craig Bierko, Gretchen Mol, Wedigo von Schlichnoff, crazy name, Armin Mueller-Stahl, Dennis Hasbert, Stephen Schwab, and Jeremy Roberts. It's about a guy who wakes up, crime is committed, has been committed, and it's in the 1930s. I would say 1930s LA, and he gets a note to go on the 13th floor, and you got to watch the rest of the movie to find out how this movie blurs the line. All right, so next movie on the list is called Lolita. All right, so Lolita came out in 1997. Director is Adrian Lyne. Is actually a remake of the same movie that came out, I believe, in the early 1950s. Very important point right there. So this movie in the 1997 version stars Jeremy Irons, Dominique Swan, Melanie Griffin, Frank uh, Langella, Emma Griffith, Susan Shepard, Ben Silverstone, Ed Grady, Aaron Dean, Joan Glover, Keith Redden, and Ronald Pickup. So this movie basically is a movie blurring the lines between a relationship of a man and a young woman. So I'm not going to get into more into that. So you got to watch the movie to figure out how this movie blurs the line. And remember, it's a remake, so they did this movie before. So last on this movie on this list is called Blink Twice. Recently just came out 2024. Director is Zoe Kravitz, stars Channing Tatum, Adria Argento, Naomi Aki, Aaliyah Shawkat, Gina Davis, Haley Joel Osment, Levon Hawke, Simon Rex, Liz Carabell, Christian Slater, Kyle McEnlane, and Trey Mullen. This movie definitely blurs a whole bunch of lines to the point where you like they break in the fourth line. You know what I'm saying? The fourth wall
Oh,
of the movie and stuff. So
yeah.
you just gotta watch this movie to see what type of lines they blurring. It's very, very just be prepared. You know what I'm saying? It's a good movie, but just be prepared. So my Piercing the Wall Part 2 blurring the lines list are The 13th Floor, Lolita, and Blink Twice.
Fire, y'all. Fire. Make sure y'all tap into those movies. We giving y'all top tier movies, like classic movies that y'all gotta check out. Some of y'all have came back and told us about some of these movies. We love the conversation about some of these movies, man. So make sure y'all tap in, watch them. You know what I'm saying, and have a good time. Today's what, Thursday? Today's Thursday, right? So come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the weekend here, baby. So let's watch these movies, y'all. All right, moving on to our must hear segment. This segment, uh, I have a R&B edition today. Christopher Williams. So make sure y'all put these three songs on your Christopher Williams playlist or just a R&B playlist. I'm giving y'all top tier music. This is what I do. Okay. All right. So number one, everything you do. Number two, let's get right. Number three, don't you want to make love? Pause. Name the song, y'all. Again, don't you want to make love? Again, let's get right. And then every little thing you do. Fire music. I'm telling y'all, y'all will not regret it. Make sure you tap into those titles wherever you get your music from. Put these on your playlist, R&B playlist or your Christopher Williams playlist. Most of y'all know Christopher Williams as being I can never say his name without laughing, but for being Kareem Akbar in the movie uh, uh, New Jack City, um, played by Christopher Williams. So make sure y'all tap into his music. He got fire music. All right, moving on to our must see or classic show. You want to start this one off?
This definitely is a must see. You could definitely tap into it now. It's a good, very good anime. It's on Amazon Prime and it's called Vox Machina. Came out 2022. It has 3 seasons right now, so you could binge watch it. Fire series. Voice actors are Matthew Mercer, Marisha Ray, Ashley Johnson, Laura Bailey, James Regal, Talslin Jaffe, Travis Willingham, Stephanie Beretz, David Tennant, Mason Alexander, Liam O'Brien, and Esme Creed Miles. So it follows a tale of this mythical world where you follow these adventurers and their squad is called Vox Machina, and you gotta watch the rest of it to see how their travels, how they go about their travels. So it's a dope anime, very funny, very like this joint is lit. So you just gotta watch it. It's funny as hell, mad blood and gore, and you know what I'm saying? Very adult. So it's not it's not for kids at all, for sure. So don't let the anime fool you. It's definitely adult content. Don't have your kids watch it.
Yeah, in the chat they going off. Shout out to Rowan Jack. He's turning 38 on Monday. If we don't see you on Sunday episode, man, happy birthday. I hope you
Yes,
enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it to the fullest. Be around your kids, your wife, and have a good time. Do everything that you want to do for your birthday, man. Genuinely, happy birthday if we don't see you, man, for real. What else they got? Mankind Dungeons. Yeah, Outreach Machine campaign. Started our own DD campaign.
Oh yeah. I didn't know about that, but it's a fire anime. Like I just randomly saw it one night. Like, let me watch it. I damn near watched the first season this whole night to like 7 1. Like, damn, I gotta get some sleep, but I gotta continue watching it. It's just too litty. So y'all watch it, you know what I'm saying? Good entertainment, good vibes on that one. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I've been feeling about the Penguin series. Like even when I'm tired and the new one drop, I'm like, I'm up like this watching it like a zombie, but it's
It,
so
it,
good.
it's almost done, right? Or they got one more episode left. I'm waiting till all the episodes come, so I just watch them
I think
back to
we
back.
I think it's on episode 7. I think it's on episode 7. So I'm not I don't want to lie to you. I don't know if they're doing 8 or 10 episodes.
Hopefully they do 10. So
It feels like a 10 episode, but it is, bro. I'd rather watch Penguin than watch the last Batman movie.
that's why I know the next Batman gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel they doing it. They're gonna do series to introduce little minute characters or whatever plots to brighten bridge the gap with the movie and the story. I mean the movie and the series. You know what I'm saying? So now when the next movie come, they don't gotta do all the extra stuff that the series already done did. You know, already done caught up because they made sure niggas watch the shit. You know what I'm saying? So now when the next Batman come, they could just continue with the plot, whatever that's gonna be. And we know like the Penguin's gonna be in there. And it's just I just, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I'm waiting for is that when it's finished, so I can watch it back to back and just eat it all up. I don't know why HBO still want to hold on to this old way of of making us consume their content. Why we gotta wait every week? Like, come on, son. Just
Well,
drop the joint. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna hold you, right? I ain't gonna hold you, right? It's good enough for a week to week.
I,
Certain,
now I feel that, but when we in the age of streaming, that is obsolete now. Because
I feel
you already got all of it.
right.
You feel me?
Yeah,
And I get that is great and all that, but since we streaming, you might as well just give me the opportunity to pick and choose when and if I want to watch it all in one night, in
yeah,
2 nights, 3 nights, one
yeah,
week. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
like I said, I'm waiting till everything is done and then I'm gonna just watch it back to back.
yeah. I get what you're saying. Like you rather have the option. Just the main thing. But the joint is almost an hour long each
Only
episode.
because that's how Netflix did it. Because Netflix before used to be CDs. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I mean CDs,
I
DVDs and all that. You know what I'm saying?
what you mean. Uh-huh.
So, and then when they pushed everything to streaming, and then they started creating new content and all that, I was just under the impression of the old ways, like, all right, it's gonna be some every week shit. And then when they dropped the whole joint, it was like, whoa, hold up, this is new. So I kind of got, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
entitled to the fact, like, yo, why don't y'all rest of them boys just do what they doing? You know what I'm saying? They like,
yeah,
nah, because we keeping it old school over here. We traditional, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
They don't want to get modern. I'm like, all
yeah,
right.
yeah. See that like, but it like see that's how I feel. Like see, X-Men '97 is good week to week, but I want to see it all at one time. Like I don't want to wait. I don't want to have to wait week to week. I want the option to see it all at
If
one.
it's an hour, okay, and it's HBO, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Cool, because it's HBO. Y'all put in work with majority of your series, and them shits always hit. So
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it. But the rest of y'all, nah, son, y'all can't give it up like the HBO can give it up. Y'all
yeah,
don't
yeah,
got the credentials, son.
yeah, yeah,
Disney, you damn sure got to give it up the whole joint.
yeah.
You wilding, like you tripping, like
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna double down on that. There's not a Netflix series that's good enough for week to week. There's not one, in my opinion, that's good enough for week to week. You
I
got
would I would say Ozark would definitely be one that's definitely on par with a week to week. It definitely would be on par. Ozark would be one
they,
off the
they
top of the head.
they're
But
probably
that
the
series is done though.
they probably the only one. But you prefer
I'm not gonna not Netflix. There's a few on there that could hold weight on some week to week basis, but they brought their platform different than that. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. But Other platforms is like certain, like bro, stars and powers. Like,
Yeah, they need to drop that all at
like,
once.
come on, son.
Yeah, that's all
Just
I
give
want.
me that all one time. Don't do that break in between. Y'all
Yeah,
not lit enough to give to do no break.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Those
chill, man.
those shows are no longer good enough for week to week. And I'm being honest. Like
Just drop the whole thing.
I'm not dissing them. I'm just talking about the product in itself.
Oh yeah,
I,
House of Cards was another one. Oh man, if Kevin Spacey didn't get into that situation, we could have really seen how it ended. But because he got caught in that situation and he couldn't actually really finish the final season, they had to switch it up. That's why I could never watch the final season. I only watched the seasons where he was in it because he was lit in that shit. House of Cards was fire, fire. When I say the political game on House of Cards is ridiculous, and this is like 2015 when they weren't really on some political wave like that. But how they was showcasing how that political game goes, nah, you don't want to fuck with Senator Underwood, son. That man is a cold game, son. He know the game in and out. But that's another one too.
yeah, but a lot of these shows is not good enough. Like I won't watch a power season until the whole season is finished. I won't sit there and watch it week to week because it's not good enough. I need to see and based on their format of how they end the show and how they do this and how they do that, I have to see it, everything at once, even after the break, because it's not good enough to where it's week to week. It had the product has dropped severely ever since Amari Hardwick was on the show. I'm just keeping it a buck. It shit hit different when he was on the show. But
Definitely did.
you know what I'm saying. But the rest, but the I me personally, I the exception of maybe one or two shows, Netflix drop them all at one time. Seriously, Disney. I prefer to see the Marvel '97 all at one time, but the quality is that good where you can wait a whole week. But I would prefer to see it back to back, right? Penguin, I don't hate the idea of waiting week to week because it's an hour long and it's not one of those shows where they kill you with all this fluff in the beginning, then all this fluff at the end. They giving you 55 minutes of work. Like, yo, you gonna get this work, dog. Let's say 50, 55, 57, all this is work, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So the next Batman movie, the only problem is going to happen, and I see it already. I see it already, and you gonna feel me after you watch the series, right? People is going to be rooting for other people outside of Batman. That's going to be the problem. Batman is supposed to be the hero because Penguin is so litty, and the characters that they introduce it, and Penguin, the character itself, yo, this dude Colin Farrell, bro, is killing this. Like, I'm gonna be rooting for Penguin, dog. Like, yo, forget all the traditionals, B. I'm rooting for Oswald. You heard? I'm rooting for
Oswald Cobblepot.
yo. You know what I'm saying? My man from down under, pause. Getting shaky, like yo. That's gonna be the problem because now that they introduce the other characters, people not invested into these other characters. And now when Batman come back, or if he gonna have Robin or whoever he gonna have with him, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, all right. So what Oswald talking about doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't trying to see him get caught. That's all I'm saying. Good series, man. Good series. All right, moving on to our. Oh, I'm bugging. Got to give y'all my classic show or must see show. So my classic show, I feel like it's a classic show. Give you 3 seasons. It's Todd's McFarlane's The Spawn series. Stars Todd McFarlane, Keith David, Dominique Jennings, Michael Nicholas, and Richard Dessart. Uh, it's about Spawn, y'all, and it's a fire animation series. HBO be killing it, bro. HBO animation series with Spawn. 3 seasons of fire, y'all. Make sure y'all tap into that animation series. It's fire, and it has its own style. Todd McFarlane always have his own style, so I've always enjoyed that animation. So make sure y'all tap into Todd McFarlane's Spawn that came out in 1997. You got Cologne for us?
Definitely got cologne for y'all. You look good, you feel good, you smell good. You're gonna do good. So this cologne for this week is called English Laundry. So the name of the scent is called Midnight Gold. Again, you can't go wrong. These are great scents right here. English Laundry is a probably not a well-known brand, but you're going for the scent. So what does it matter what the name of the brand is, as long as you smell good, right? So this is one of those that is a smell good type of brand. So definitely get you in tune with English Laundry, and the scent is called Midnight Gold.
Fire. All right, moving on to our next segment. Y'all already know what time it is, y'all. It's time to rap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snap, so you get classic movies, shows, documentaries, as well as original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. First hot topic of the night. The Terrifier 3 came out, bro. Have you seen that yet?
Nah, I ain't see it.
I'm gonna give a quick review. This is not gonna be a spoiler. Yo, this is a must-see movie. It's so crazy that they bring it around this time. They made it seem like it was gonna be like a Christmas movie, but it's the Terrifier. So this particular movie and this storyline installment really show his demonic demon side of Art the Clown, and it picks up from Terrifier 2. So if y'all haven't seen Terrifier 2, make sure y'all watch Terrifier 2 before you watch Terrifier 3. But it's a great watch. It's scary. Well, not scary for me, but it's scary. It has a whole lot of gorge. That's the one thing about art when he kills somebody, bro, or is killing somebody, he don't give you the quick like slash to the neck or throw you out of a window or stab you in the gut. Like he's pulling off skin. He's killing you with a corkscrew, and he gonna stab every tissue in your right shoulder, then take the right shoulder and put it by your kneecaps, and then like he just be going in. You know what I'm saying? He just be freestyling every single kill. And what I like about Arthur Clown the most is that he used guns. He's not like one of them killers that's gonna just slash. Nah, if he got a gun, if he got a tutu, he take you out with the tutu, and he not gonna have no qualms about it. Like yo, I got plenty of work to do tonight. You light work, you know what I'm saying? So hold this tutu in your gut. I'm gonna shoot you in your eyes after, and I'm gonna shoot you in each finger, and I'm gonna pull your fingernails off. But you're gonna get this tutu because I got the tutu in my hand. So I appreciate that about Art the Clown. He's just, yo, he's a funny dude. Like, and he's not trying to be funny, but he's funny. So make sure y'all go tap into Terrifier 3. It's worth going to the movies to watch. It's funny. It's of course it's always best to take a lady, fellas, and get snuggled up, have on the tuck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good time, eat your popcorn. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all go see the Terrifier 3. Next hot topic. Kalinda Harper, a former member of Diddy Dirty Money, speaks out about Diddy being in, and also speak out being named in the lawsuit against her other bandmate Dawn Richard. Dawn Richard has a lawsuit against her and Diddy, or she was named in the lawsuit as well. But she speaks out, saying that Diddy really changed her life. Being a part of the group was probably some of the happiest times of her life. Being able to fulfill her dream as a music artist, being able to get that recognition, being next to somebody like a P Diddy before all this came out, you know, he was a symbol of success in our community's eyes as far as music business, and so she really relished the moment, the time that she's had with being with him in a band or in a group, where where she felt like she was actually being seen and being heard for her artistry, her ability to write, her ability to sing, her ability to dance, and she said that she was also friends with Cassie, and she felt like Cassie um, was more engaged into the lifestyle of the lifestyle all in itself, with having everything at her fingertips, being with somebody who is who he was or whatever the case may be, and not really being with him for the right reasons. What do you think of all of what I just said about Kalinga Harper?
Wait,
Speaking,
what's a lawsuit about?
well, she doesn't have a lawsuit. The girl from
Oh,
Daytona,
Dawn has a lawsuit.
Dawn, has a
Other
lawsuit.
girl on the same band as Dawn don't have a lawsuit against Diddy.
No, don't have a lawsuit against Diddy, but she also named the girl in the lawsuit as well.
Well, I'm confused now. So the girl, the girl you mentioned, she's the one that's naming the lawsuit against with Diddy against Dawn. Like she's going against Diddy. I mean, Dawn is going against this girl and Diddy, right?
Yeah, correct.
Why? What does it say in the lawsuit? Like, why is she naming? Obviously, we know why Diddy, but then why the other girl that what was she on the same band as her? Like that's her bandmate, right?
Yeah, they was in the same band. They was in the same band.
That's kind of iffy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Calls into question what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just what like did they? Well, I don't know if they specifically, not gonna say specifically, but like have some kind of inkling as to why she's bringing up the lawsuit against the bandmate. Because that's the thing I want to know. Why the bandmate? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You figure y'all was going through the same hurdles. Y'all,
Right.
you would think, assume, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all went possibly went through the same thing. I don't know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right.
to name her in the lawsuit with Diddy, it's like, okay, that's kind of like weird. Not weird, but it's just a huge red flag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an interesting, like, because I want to hear like, okay, so what's the other bandmate saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if one bandmate has a lawsuit against another bandmate and
The
Diddy,
other band. Yeah. Yeah.
what are the other? Because it wasn't two girls in the group; it was like four, right? Four or five, I think, in the Identity
Well,
Kane.
no, but this is not Dandy Kane. This is for Diddy Dirty Money.
But that was what Identity Kane was under.
Right. So, the girl was from Dandy Kane, right? But
Right.
she's suing Diddy and the other girl that was in Diddy Dirty Money, because it was just the two girls and just Diddy. That's Dirty Money.
Oh,
That's
so she was an artist on another subsidiary label.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
yeah. She actually, the girl Dawn Richard had three different things going on. So she had Dan Diddy Kane, then she had Dirty Money, which is Diddy and the girl Kalinga, and then she had herself as a solo. So she had three different entities going on.
Oh, she had mad contracts under her forehead. That's wild. But yeah, that's it's just all bad. So again, it's still on the same premise. Like more people just have to come out, son.
Yeah,
Might as well come out now because if you ever was in a party with Diddy, you might as well just come out now because they already got your name. They may not come now, they may not come later, but they're gonna come. Trust and believe they're gonna come. If you was ever at a Diddy party more than 2 times, they coming for you. You know what I'm
I,
saying? So
yeah.
yeah. Hopefully, like, again, the victims find solace in the fact that there's a court date coming up in May, and we'll see what happens then.
But Kalinga Harper is the only one that's really coming out on a public forum in support of Diddy. Do you think she's wrong for doing that? Being that she worked with him, because she spoke on working with him and the whole Cassie situation. And basically, what she was saying is that with Cassie, she's not, she's a victim, but she's not really no victim. Like everything that had happened in that situation, she signed up for, in a sense. So
Well, honestly, if you with somebody for 10 years, you're not a victim. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about here? What victim? Somebody beating you in the head for 10 years and you stay for 10 years? Willingly? You're making a choice. You're not in prison. So on that aspect, I get it. Like, victim, how are you a victim? You was with this person for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Victim how? So that part I don't see her as a victim. Me personally, I don't. Because you can't tell me you with somebody for 10 years, they're doing all this evil things to you, but you never leave.
or you don't stay gone.
You
Because
make no attempt to try to leave, nothing. Like, you
right,
know what I'm saying?
right. See,
I don't
see, the thing about leaving, in order to leave, can't come back. Like when you leave, you leave. And this was, we're not blaming victims here, because these people like to put themselves in her shoes or in her situation. One, you're not her, you're not in her shoes, and they like to compare themselves to their family member or them or whatever the case may be. When you're in a relationship and somebody's really putting their hands on you and you really have a problem with it, you get up and go and you stay gone. Now, if this person is holding you against your will, controls everything that you do, then I can understand how someone could be a victim. But you can still come out of that situation if you want something bad enough. The, there's no bigger power than the power to want. And when you want something to go away bad enough, you're going to make it go away. You're going to find a way to do it. Now, that takes a process. I get that. But at the same time, like at the end of the day, you're talking about somebody that's dealing with a billionaire, dealing with the billionaire. So if she's undergoing all this abuse, correct, like we seen on the tape, that was a horrible showing. Nobody's defending that. Nobody's defending men putting hands on women. I don't defend anybody putting hands on anybody, let alone men in putting their hands on a woman. But at the same time, if you're staying, you're allowing yourself to get your hands put on. If that's who the person that you with, if that's their MO, you have to get up and go. But when you stay because you have an allowance of access for, she had access to over 30,000 a month, which is crazy. That's a lot of money. 30,000 a month is wild. So now when you stay for the money, you stay for the lifestyle, then you're signing up for the activities that come with the lifestyle. You cannot complain about the lifestyle when you stay, is the point that I'm making. And I think that's what she was saying in essence, on the fact that she had all this access of money. She enjoyed the traveling. She enjoyed not having to work, shopping, and this, that, and the third. And not to mention, there's reports that Cassie put hands on uh, Diddy's ex baby mother, Kim Porter, several times, allegedly. And this was said by people that was close to the situation, that she was a part of that. But at the end of the day, with this situation alone, on her speaking on it, people find it hard for her to sit up there and defend Diddy, in the essence, saying that she only spoke on the good that she's seen about Diddy and spoke about the bad that or the real stuff that she's seen with Cassie.
I mean, it's good to see somebody that wants that's standing up for Diddy as well. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's vilifying the person, all this, that, and the third. Everything's alleged. You're innocent until proven guilty in court. Let's not forget that. You know what I'm saying? So he'll have his day in court in May. So with that being said, why not have somebody by his side to speak out and say like, hey, y'all may think this, but that person may be saying like, well, I only view Diddy in this light, or I only see him in this way. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Mm-hmm.
None at all. You know what I'm saying? Until court. You know what I'm saying? Once court comes, all the evidence is out on both sides, then and then a verdict is brought, then we could say something. Until then, everything is alleged, and it's not. And at that same token, there's nothing wrong with him having somebody on his side going on social media saying like, no, I'm cool with Diddy. I was his assistant, and he was fine with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't use no baby oil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
ain't partake.
yeah, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, at this situation, there has to be some sort of balance. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe that one person is one thing forever and a day. I think there's situations that happen, and I think there's bad and there's probably real victims, but we don't know for sure until the evidence really reveals itself. And it creates a balance. It can't just be this one thing of bashing, 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 and there's no balance. If that's her real experience with this person, then who are we to say that it's not true? Both, if it's either Diddy or Cassie. So I don't see nothing wrong with it, but the social media and the internet was coming for her for making those comments. All right, moving on to our next hot topic, y'all. Felony charges. Felony charges um, filed in the massive teacher certification scam. Harris County DA Kim Ogg announced that there was over 400 teachers obtained in the unearned certification ring, where the ringleader of the certification ring made over $1 million doing this. So what they would do set up the fake certifications through testing, and had fake proctors at the fake testing, and these teachers end up getting their certifications. All they had to do was pay a certain amount of money, had the paperwork lined up, and everything else would be everything. And over 400 teachers was hired in this process and been able to benefit and have been teaching for over a decade.
Damn,
Yeah,
who snitched?
they didn't say yet. They didn't say yet, but these charges are being filed.
That's bad, son. Oh man, that calls into question the setup and the system in place to vet teachers before going. You know what I'm saying? Before teaching or whatever. But damn, that's crazy right there. It sounds just like the college scheme thing. With
Yeah,
the, you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It sounds exactly like that, but certification. Education, y'all niggas is crooked, dog.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It's looking real bad for education right now, son. Department of Education, what's going on? Yeah, your man's making you look bad. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Calvin, Calvin and them got y'all niggas shook out here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Department of Education, you need to get your shit together. You might need to go you need to go find Duff in them. You know what I'm saying? You need to get right because Duff done stole your money, stole your shit. So Department of Education, you need to go find some work or you need to get it done. This is all bad. And then with some of the teachers that's been going around doing what they've been doing with the students, Department of Education, get your shit together, son.
And this is in Houston, Texas. So, we've heard nothing but story after story coming out of Houston, Texas, within the last 4 years regarding teachers, whether having inappropriate relationships with their students, they get socked out by their students, all different type of things that's coming out in the Houston school system. And I mean, over 400 teachers. It's a lot of teachers. That's a lot of people that's under the guidelines of educators that are in these schooling systems and have access to children. So,
Well, damn them, because they didn't care nothing about the damn kids because they lied to get those positions. So damn their feelings, damn what they thought. No, you need to go. And then I can understand why, you know what I'm saying? Trump want to get rid of the Department of Education. Because look, you know what I'm saying? Look what y'all been doing. No vetting process. Teachers out here running amok. Nobody checking nobody. The statistics of graduating seniors is very low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and then on top of that, y'all scamming to become teachers? So y'all could get the summers off? Damn, son, that's cold. Y'all should get the same shit them PPP frauders is getting. Because y'all defrauded students, especially with your hootenanny and your malarkey. You know
Hoot
what I'm
nanny.
saying? Shout out to my fourth grade teacher for malarkey. You know what I'm saying?
The hoot nanny.
Yeah, hootenanny. You know what I'm saying? And I had to bring back malarkey. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Shout,
shout out to my fourth grade teacher. You heard?
shout out to
That's
my
when teachers used to be on point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to my high school football coach Vinny Leno. When guys had bad grades, you were like, "Yo, y'all already know what time it is." You know what I'm saying? Let's head over to the hoot nanny. You know what I'm saying? Go crab crawl until your hands bleed. Let's go get it. You heard? To the hoot nanny.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Yeah, you. Anytime you have, I forget the name of the coach, but anytime you have some detentions, have to get them joints off. I have to do bust some up downs. You know what I'm saying? How many I gotta do? 100? Damn.
Yo,
Fuck. All
bro.
right.
Speaking on some football is right now. For punishment, which one would you rather not do? Crab crawls or up downs?
Crab crawls. I'm not doing that, son. Because
I'm
them niggas gonna make you go up and down the field. Um at least with up downs, you know what I'm saying? Even though I gotta keep moving, but I'm in place. So I could readjust my body. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We could do
yeah,
different things to prolong the punishment. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
A bear crawling, nah, dog, nah. Cause you see the end and you nowhere near that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the 100 year, you at the 10, you see it's at the 100 year, and they like, all right, come on. And you ain't nowhere near the end. It's like, nah, I can't deal with that, son. And then knowing that you gotta go there, go all the way to the end and come back. Nah, bro. And I don't care how fast you do this shit, it don't matter.
It
You're
don't,
gonna get burnt out at the end. You're gonna get burnt out in the beginning. It don't get matter. It doesn't matter. You're gonna get burnt out.
bro. I was horrible at crab crawls. Horrible, horrible, bro. It was dudes on my team that was really rocking out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, son, I hate you, bro. Like for real, I really hate you. You know what I'm saying?
There
But
be
yeah,
times where they was doing punishment, I'll be in the back, you know what I'm saying? Doing bullshit, doing two steps. You know what I'm saying? As soon as coach turn around, yes, sir. Yup. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. Yup. Once we up, busted two step again, bullshitting in the back. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But bear crawl, you can't bullshit that. So that's why I did up downs.
I remember one time we was doing punishment running around the track, and our track was being remade. So at certain parts of the track where it had the tarp up, and then it had like the bleachers like blocking the view of the coaches, right? So we on lap 8. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I can't move. My whole body shut down. Once we got behind the bleacher, kid, it was a wrap because they couldn't see me, right?
Took
So,
a little breaky.
yo, bro, the next person that ran around, it was like, yo, coach said he see your bum ass behind here. You need to come on. Like, I'm like, yo, yo, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's beaming hot in Brooklyn. Like, and that Brooklyn heat hit different. It was beaming. Like, it was one of them summer workouts, bro. He was like, yeah, see your bum. He said he see your bum ass back here. You need to hurry up and come on. I'm like, damn. I was tired, bro. But yo, I'll never forget that. That was funny times. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this until yesterday, actually. Nene Leakes, who is known to be Atlanta housewife, you know, TV housewife or whatever, reveals her new look. Have you seen her new look?
She look like she ready for Halloween.
I thought I was the only one. I thought, hell no.
And this is what I'm be saying, like, this term of Instagram influencer is used so loosely, right? So why I tie it in with her is like, yes, your platform was on Atlanta Housewives or whatever, right? Or like that, right? So that's a pretty decent platform to pivot and go on Instagram, right? And be a quote unquote influencer, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
means you have a nice chunk of followers following you, right? That's what influencing means. So if you come out looking like that, you know what I'm saying? What are you influencing your followers to do?
Mm-hmm.
Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
is enough enough? Like, yo, this is just crazy. When do women step up and be like, oh no, we're not rocking with this? When are y'all gonna do that? Because apparently y'all don't want to listen to men. Y'all, I don't know who y'all should be listening to. Y'all don't listen to yourselves. So, you know what I'm saying? These are your role models. Nina Leaks, Vivica A. Fox, you know what I'm saying? Old head biddies at the prime of their life had the pick of the litter. Now, for Nene Leakes is concerned, her husband, you know what I mean, passed,
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like, nah, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? This definitely ain't it. You need to sit down and just be old, and that's cool. Being old is an accomplishment. It's a great feat to grow old. It's a great thing. Embrace that. You are an old woman. Awesome thing. Stop acting or stop trying to compete with a younger generation. It's over. You like that old football player that just don't know the time is up. You know what I'm saying? Old cleats is done.
So she the female version of Al Bundy is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
you know what I'm saying?
Full
She the
touchdown. So
she the she the field version of from any given Sunday when bro should have just retired. But he's like, nah, give me one more game, coach. I gave you 17. You could just give me one, right? One more game, right? Nah, then you pass your prime, my nigga. You
trying to get
pass
this
your prime.
trying to get this million. You know what I'm saying?
Because since I got love for you, I'm gonna have to make you sign a waiver.
Yo, in all seriousness, right? Here's my biggest issue with it. Because there's nothing wrong with making yourself feel good, right? But my issue with it is that you don't like yourself. When when you find see improvement on yourself takes some sort of work, right? When you don't like yourself is when you get somebody else to do something that you're not naturally with. So you're really going against God and the maker that made you look a certain way. You can improve on that by doing self improvement, by putting the work for yourself to be better, whether it's your weight, whether it's how you talk, whether money that you make, you could have self improvement on anything that you've been given, and there's nothing wrong with that. Improve on what you already have, but to go to the doctor and make yourself look like a complete different person is crazy because you don't really like yourself. And it's delusional for other people or other women to look at her and be inspired by that. I'm not talking about being inspired by her. I'm talking about being inspired by that particular action. By her being one way 1 second and then going to a doctor and now she's walking away from the doctor looking a complete different way. Some people may say, well, what's the problem? People do it all the time every day. Very true. But because of her platform and because she celebrates it, that don't mean because she celebrated now it's up for debate. So I don't have to accept it. She has to accept it, and I'm pretty sure she does. And anybody that rock with her has accepted it. But because she has a platform and because other people's going to be looking at her to be like, yo, I can do that to myself and I'm going to make the improvement for myself as well. That's not real self improvement. When you have to, so if I feel like I need to get surgery to surgically make me look like someone else to make me feel better about myself is something that's vanity. That's not real self improvement. That's not really me feeling better about myself. Feeling better about myself is something that I can actually put the time and work to do. I don't know how to play the piano, so I'm going to put the time and work in to play the piano, and now I can play the piano. That's self improvement. If I don't like the certain words that I use when I speak, and I say I'm going to invoke, you know, 2 hours a day to speech, to speeching, then that's self improvement. But at the end of the day, when you have when you go to the doctor and have a beauty standard of someone that doesn't naturally look like you, that's not something to look up to or yeah, she looks good. No, going to the gym and getting results from the gym, that looks good. Getting your hair done, that looks good. That's self improvement, not what this is. And I hope other women don't look at this and be like, well, I could do that and I'm gonna feel better about myself. Like so, but my thing is like also, what's the end game? You doing all this for what? Because it just seemed like y'all trying to impress other women because I'm sorry, I'm confused. Like when we do stuff, we do it with women in mind. We may not do it for a woman, but we do it with women in mind. Like for example, if we get our hair cut a certain type of way and we like it, we're gonna rock with it. But if we know that women like a certain way our mustache is shaped, then we're gonna make sure you put the little joint for the mustache, so when I hit the street, they see that and they gonna go crazy. That's how men move, and it's just funny how women act like they don't want to do the same thing, but it's all about the vanity result. So let me land this plane. So if men responded to the thing that they like about you, you would do it. If the man that you like responded to you about the thing that he liked on you, you would do it. But when you get an overwhelming response of you cute, but I don't like that bang on you or whatever the case may be, you need to, try something else. They're gonna try to keep the bang because every guy that they like don't like it or whatever, and they're not getting that result. So it's just so weird when you see her like this, moving like this. It's like, okay, she obviously she did this for herself and to impress the other women because it's hard for me to see that a man would look at her, looking the way that she looked prior to, and seeing her the way she looked now. It's going to be somebody we're going to be proud to have on our own. Am I bugging when I say that?
I mean, everybody make their choices. So you made your choice. So you can't be mad when somebody else makes their choice. That's what I'm saying. So the people that want that, the man that she wants, don't is not gonna want her. You know what I'm saying? It's point blank. Period. No man, I don't care what man it is gonna take her seriously and be like, yo, this is somebody I'm gonna hold high esteem. Any woman that chooses to go under a knife and don't put in the work, I can never value your opinion. Nothing you can say is credible. Nothing you say to me, I will ever hold in high esteem. So it's all jibber jabber. So it's no even point of you speaking, because if you go underneath the knife, it's just so many other things that go along with it. Your mindset, the type of mentality you got. Like, I just don't want to deal with that. It's just no point. What is there to talk about? Because you willingly will go under the knife and risk your life, then go to the gym, go get a bike, go swimming. Nah, there's nothing to talk about with that. I'm good.
And there's natural oils. There's natural things you could put on your body if you want to get some of the streaks out your eyes. I mean, bro, how old is Angela Bassett?
She put in the work. You gotta put in the work. You
How
don't
old?
put in the work, you're not gonna get no results. So us telling about Angela Bassett means nothing if you ain't gonna put in the work that Angela Bassett put in. You know what I'm saying? You ain't putting the work, you ain't gonna get them results. Point blank, period. So nobody wants to hear about your woe is me. None of that. You know what I'm saying? You made your bed, you sleep in it. You made that choice. Just be fine with the results you get.
And this woman that's applauding her for her change. And
Of course there are. There's always gonna be women like that, but you know what I'm saying. Women are finicky. They change with the wind. They cool with it now, and then next minute they're not gonna be cool with it later on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's that's majority. I'm not gonna say all women, but majority are like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the trends just flow through y'all like it's nothing. So we'll
and
see.
it's and it makes it scary because of the platform and because of the reach. So it makes it even harder and harder to really deal with the mindset, because the reason why men care so much about what women do is because it affects us too, in a sense where we're looking for partners, we're looking for mates. And if we're choosing you as our partner, we want somebody to have the mindset of making decisions out of logic and not out of motion, out of emotion. So at the end of the day, when you don't like yourself, when you don't value yourself in a way of seeing real self improvement, is a delusion. We're going to speak on that delusion because we're still looking for somebody. We don't want to be out here just out and about roaming the world. I mean, we're going to conquer, but at the end of the day, we still want to make. We still can't do this by ourselves. So at the end of the day, we need y'all. So that's why we speak up on that. Because there's women out there like, why you even care? I just said why. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Shout out to Iowa student Kalen Walker. He's an athlete at, like I said, Iowa. He's a track athlete. And this past weekend at halftime, he displayed his 40 time. The young man ran a 4.15 in a 40-yard dash. What do you think about that?
I mean, at this point, it's expected. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the more physically dominant human group there is. Like, there's nothing else, no other sport that we will play that we will not be dominant, that we will not take over. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's like, shit, you might somebody gonna run a four flat. Then somebody gonna run the 3.9. Then before we pass, somebody gonna run a 3.8.
That's crazy.
It's just inevitable. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Yeah.
It,
He was moving
when it
too.
comes to physicality, like, yeah, it's gonna be that point where somebody is gonna keep pushing and pushing the envelope, and no knock on nobody, just somebody with more melanin. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna keep pushing the level, and it's like, all right, it's like, okay, cool, that's what's up.
To
At this,
watch it,
like,
to watch it, crazy. To watch it in real time, he was moving. I was like, wow. So, it's a sight to behold. I hope he gets into football. I mean, his speed will be really valued in football. So we'll see. But shout out to Kalen Walker. Moving on to our next hot topic, TGIF Fridays abruptly closes another 50 locations this past week. What do you think about that?
I ain't see TGI Friday in a minute.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I see y'all in a minute. Y'all was a lit spot, so I ain't had no issue with y'all. Y'all was good. You know what I'm saying? Little date night, little switcherooski. Like, I'm gonna take you a little something different. You know what I'm saying? TGI Friday was a little different. You know what I'm saying? Uno's was another one that was a little different, John.
Oh, Unos was popping. Ooh, Unos.
Yo, man, they ruined
Uh,
shit, son.
yeah,
They just ruined the date life, yo. Dating was ill. Son. It was like fun. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
At one point, it was fun because like you would date a female that ain't really go to these places. Like, oh, I never been here before, so it was a great experience. Now I bet he's done. I've been everywhere. Now you it's like, all right, we might as well stay at my crib then. You ain't been there. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So let's go there then, since you've been everywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. On the Andretti's, come on, let's go to Andretti's. You know what I'm saying? Play all the games. You know what I'm saying? Have a real good time. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
Do some real fun. I think I think this in particular is really interesting because it takes me back to 1995 when the movie Demolition Man came out, and Simon Phoenix and the Demolition Man wakes up. I forget the cop name in that movie at the moment, but the guy was like, "Yo, thank you for saving my life, yo. I want to reward you to some dinner. You know what I'm saying? I want to take you out for saving my life." And this guy is the richest guy in all of Los Angeles. He got all the money on. And then so Sylvester Stallone was like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I can eat, you know what I'm saying? Brother could use a little bite to eat, you know what I mean? So where you taking me? Yo, we're gonna go to Taco Bell's. And he like, Taco Bell. He asking Sandra Bullock, like, yo, I say this dude life and he take me to Taco Bell. Like, what's up with him? And she like, nah, you don't get it. Taco Bell is the only restaurant that survived the whatever that was going on in the movie or whatever. So Taco Bell is the only restaurant left, but Taco Bell is the upper echelon type tier jump. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine Taco Bell being the upper echelon, son.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yo,
Like,
imagine a gordita is fine dining, son.
bro, they was telling us in 1990. Think of that movie by itself. All right, Taco Bell is the last spot standing, right? Didn't they show cryogenics in that movie, right? Didn't they show the first FaceTime in that movie? Because when the shorty called him, he got to his new apartment. Shorty had the breasts all out, like, yeah, Todd, I was thinking. Then she looked at the camera with Sylvester Stallone. He was like, oh, like, there we, like, there, that's how it is now. Like, this is popping. So look at all the technology that they were showing. They had futuristic guns. They basically had FaceTime in the whip where you could see the whole joint installed in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was ahead of its time in 1995. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact, son. You know what I'm saying?
So it's proven. It's proven that movie is standing the test of time. And if you want to get that real meat, you have to go in the sewer. You know what I'm saying? And get that 1990s street meat type of style. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To get you right. You know what I'm saying? That gordito. You know what I'm saying? Get that stomach right. Eat the rat burgers. You know what I'm saying? Get right. So shout out to the Demolition Man. That's a popping movie that put us on game. And it's crazy that TGIF, like the economy, they saying in the chat, it is struggling. It's crazy right now.
We're giving our money away to other niggas. Of course they're struggling. What the fuck? What do you expect? Like, what do you mean we struggling? The bitch gave all our money away to some next niggas. We ain't gonna get that shit back.
But I also, to add on to that, right? To add on to that, this, like, we've seen this before, right? We've seen this with the changing of the guard of videotapes, DVDs, blockbusters to streaming, right? We've seen this with having telephones going into cell phones. We've seen the CD players going into Walkman CD players, MP3 streaming. So all those industries have in common, those are dying industries. The restaurant is really becoming a dying industry. Commercialism of these restaurants is becoming a dying industry, and we're just going to be in a different space. So, and this is the world that we live in today. How this happened now? Could have there been a bailout? Of course, but because of COVID and all these things that was moving and shaking prior to, now we live in a different world. People realize that they don't need that. It's access. These are all accessories. I mean, these are all necessities, not necessity. These are all things that are accessories, things that are not necessarily needed. So it's becoming a dying breed. So I'm not surprised, but I'm like, we in today's world, man. So that's bugged out. What you was about to say?
What was I about to say? Damn, I forgot. I lost my train of thought.
All right. Well, yeah, it's crazy all the way together, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. They close down, another one opens up. That's just the nature of the beast. I am moving on to our next hot topic. A video footage shows Las Vegas hitman allegedly killing 4 people in the PPP fraud scam. What do you think about that?
Terrible hitman if you get caught on the damn whatchamacall
Video.
video camera, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that PvP shit is swinging back around again, you know what I'm saying? So people starting to get knocked off for the PPP scam, so that's just crazy. They caught the guy and all that, right?
Well, they got him on camera. He's in custody. And you just gotta we gotta wait. Well, actually, no, I got him confused with another one on here. They don't say for sure if he's in custody, but they do say that they got it on camera. I got him confused for another guy that in Atlanta that I have written and is right next to each other.
So they did catch him or didn't catch him?
I don't know that for sure, but they have it. They have him on camera.
Yeah, hopefully they catch him ASAP. So and then you know what I'm saying, let justice prevail for the families that lost loved ones.
That yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Moving on to our next hot topic was who I got confused. Suspect is captured in this one. A suspect in custody after gunman barricades himself inside Atlanta high rise after letting off a whole bunch of shots from the balcony, throwing debris onto the cops. Um, he was taken into custody. He was wounded, but he's still alive, but he's in custody. What do you think about that?
And now you gotta spend time in Fulton County Jail. Do you know how horrible that jail is? And you willingly allowed yourself to go there? Must not like life at all like that, because that is a horrible, horrible jail, son. Horrible jail.
He
I
signed up for it though.
signed up for it, bro. So you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, he signed up for that. So I mean, at the end of the
Nothing
day, my bad. Go ahead.
I said, yeah, ain't nothing to say to that one. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
tough luck, buddy.
yeah, he deserved all that energy because the video footage you see him from the balcony just like he letting off and throwing off debris. Some people got hit, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that they was able to get him. Um, I'm just saying when they look like us, they don't normally walk away from that. But he did. He doesn't look like us, and he's in custody. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Oh, I'm bugging. College football ash picks. My 5 picks for this week's college football games. 5 games that I feel like is going to shape the college season moving forward. So my number one, you got Ohio State playing Penn State. Ohio State playing Penn State. I have Penn State beating Ohio State this weekend. Number two, I have 13 Indiana playing Mississippi. I have 13 Indiana playing Michigan State this week. I have Indiana winning this game against Michigan State. Next game, I have number 10 Texas A&M and South Carolina. I have South Carolina for the upset. South Carolina for the upset. They got a lot of good athletes on that team, and then they're going to frustrate Texas A&M, even though I believe Texas A&M is either undefeated or one loss. I got number 18 Pitt versus number 20 SMU. I got Pitt winning this game, Pittsburgh winning this game, and then number 17 Kansas State playing Houston. The 3-8 Houston. I got Houston for the upset. There's no reason why I should be taking Houston, but they're playing in Houston. Um, they don't know enough about Houston. It's one of those games where you don't play to the level you don't play better than the competition. You play to your competition, and I think Houston's going to beat Kansas State this week. So those are my college football ash picks for this weekend. I was 5 for 5 last weekend, so I'm telling you, use some of my picks, win yourself some money, and you know what I'm saying? You're welcome. All right, moving on to our next segment. Our next segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com. If you're in the Miami area, book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're not in the Miami area, still book that session. Fly out, take care of your session. You can also buy some dope photography as well on bigbravo.com. You got what you got for petty law for us today?
So we got a couple of words today. We're gonna start off with the word licensing. So the word licensing is the sale of a license permitting the use of patents, trademarks, or other technology to another form. Licensing involves the many procedures administration agencies perform in conjunction with issuance of various types of licenses. All right. Next word on the list is maritime law. So maritime law is that which the Congress has enacted or the federal court sitting in at admiralty or in exercise of the maritime jurisdiction have declared and would apply the system of law which particularly relates to maritime commerce and navigation to business transacted at sea or relating to navigation ships and shipping to seamen pause to the transportation of persons and property by sea and to marine affairs generally. That's maritime law. And last on this law is on this one. Shout out to Rowan Jack for this one. So this is habeas corpus. So the Latin definition of that is you have the body. So the definition is the name given to a variety of writs having their object to bring party before a court or judge. The primary function of the writs is to release from unlawful imprisonment. The office of the writs is not to determine prisoners' guilt or innocence, and only issue which is present whether the prisoner is restrained by his liberty by due process. So words of this week are habeas corpus, licensing, and maritime law.
Dope, dope. Again, make sure y'all send some words in so my brother could look them up. Have them for the next episode of Black's Law Dictionary. Dope, dope. All right, moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie alive.
The Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live for this segment is not being happy with yourself. And this goes on the arms of what we was talking about with Nene Leaks and her her basically her transformation a little earlier. And I just want to keep it short and sweet. Like you have to love yourself, yo. God made you a certain way physically, mentally, emotionally, and you can do real self improvement if you really want to. It just takes time and it takes effort. But if you really want self improvement about anything, there's many ways to achieve it, but there's nothing worse than cheating to do it. And what I mean by cheating is going to see a doctor to fast track or to make you look completely different from your natural essence. There's nothing more beautiful. There's nothing more better. There's nothing more greater than your natural essence, the essence that God gave you. It's so funny. People talking about, oh, they love God, they believe in God, this, that, and the third, but you so eager and so willing to look like something different from the child that He created. So how can you really say you love God, but you want to look different from the child He created? If we all come from God and we all come from the great being like we do, I'm being, He's not a being, but you get what I'm saying. If we all come from this, or come from God, and you say you have to embrace what God created. You're God's creation. So you going against His creation. I mean, same thing can be said about tattoos as such, but it's not this. To me, it's not the same when you're going to surgically change yourself, change your nose, change your eyes, change your cheekbones. Other than something like a health scare or you had a bad accident, I don't. Me personally, I just don't see why people get surgery. outside of that fact. Like, I understand how cosmetic surgery can be a plus when you're in a horrific accident, of course. That's what I always thought that cosmetic surgery is for. But when people do elective surgery to change your natural essence, you're taking away from yourself. You're not glowing up, you're glowing down. So love yourself, y'all. If you want to do real self improvement, guess what? Go to the gym, eat healthier, engage in different activities that's going to achieve the goal that you're looking to do. But you have to do the work. Love yourself, y'all. That's been tonight's episode. Man, we thank y'all for tapping in. This has been always amazing, amazing journey. We on episode what 102. So it's this is crazy. Um, Again, thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for the support that y'all given us on this show. Tap into the membership page on the show. Tap into the membership page on the show. We got different memberships, different access for different memberships. You can get your badges and you be sporting it like everybody else. I want to thank some of the sponsors of the show. I want to thank Bravo Section, Button Snaps, and OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on his Instagram at
Brothas section _.
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit us up on Instagram. Also, make sure you tap into the Overstand podcast. Why Understand, where you can overstand every Monday at 9:30. Anything you want to add tonight, bro, before we tap out?
Top tier show as always. Appreciate the chat for tuning in. Catch y'all on Sunday.
You already know. You already know. Oh, yeah. Be on the lookout for that new EP. I'm working on that new EP, Summer of '08. Telling y'all, it's fire. And I can't wait for y'all to hear it. In the between time, make sure y'all go to all music platforms, type in Ashley Lovechild, and I'm gonna pop up. And trust me, it's like that. Um, I feel like I'm missing something else, but oh yeah, I'm bugging. We got the 1 year anniversary show coming up, so make sure y'all be ready for that as well. And shout out to some of the people in the 100th episode that got some merchandise. Again, make sure y'all send y'all your address. We're still missing one person, but we're gonna be sending those off tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that merchandise. And just appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all already know what time it is. It's love. When you see y'all this Sunday at 10:30, we out.